Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are riding in luxury this week in the 2024 Mercedes-AMG GLE 53 Coupe. And if that ain't a mouthful, I don't know what is. And in this video, we are going to say how this very luxurious grand tour of an SUV fits our family of three. Stay tuned. You have long held that you are a Mercedes gal. Mm-hmm. Here we are, back in another Benz. Are you happy?
I'm happy. I like it.
What a vehicle to have for a long weekend.
I'm not sure who Happy Spouse is.
That's me. Happy spouse.
You say the trigger word and she chimes in, but yes, you are happy spouse this week in this 2024 AMG GLE 53 Coupe. I'm going to leave the M word out, leave her out of this. But very happy?
Very happy. Very pleased.
I think the only complaint you have is that we don't have it long enough.
Yes.
But I'm sure we'll get more into that as we drive this one a little bit. Mm-hmm. We'll start outside and then work our way inside with this one. I have a sneaking suspicion this is a blue paint you can get on board with.
Yes.
Yes.
I like this one.
Yes. It is a very nice, very interesting blue color that, depending on how the light's hitting it, because it's metallic, will either look darker or lighter. It's kind of gray. Very
Yeah, every
interesting
time you
look.
look at it, it's a little bit of a different color.
Yeah. Overall exterior styling impressions. What are your thoughts?
I like it. I'm not a huge fan of the coupe portion in the back, but other than that, I do really like it. It's got some soft curves. It's
She got a bubble butt.
Yeah, she's got a bubble butt, but it's not a lot of deep curves or anything like that. Just kind of smooth sailing.
Yep. So you touched on it. There is a traditional boxier rear end version that is not the GLE Coupe. It's just the GLE SUV. And that's probably more in line with both of our tastes on the outside. But everything from this B-pillar right beside both of us forward is essentially the same. What are your thoughts on the big grille?
I really like it, and I really like that little circle emblem that's on top. That is fancy schmancy.
I mean, we are in a Mercedes-Benz AMG yada 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 alphabet soup, which, okay, we'll address this. Thoughts on the name? Mercedes doesn't give proper names, they give letters and numbers.
I will never remember it.
No. Always be, what did we drive? GLE is the quickest and easiest, but yeah. So, very nice exterior styling. We'll go ahead and ask you, this one's got running boards. Have you used them?
Every single time.
Really?
Yeah, even though I feel like it's, I don't need to use it. So the height is
Adjustable.
Well, it is adjustable, but also it's like for me, I'm 5 foot. It's at like a height where I almost need a running board, but not quite. So using the running board is a little overkill, but not using it, I would need just like a little. So it's just kind of a weird in between, a tweener. But definitely, if you're taller than me, you definitely not need the running board.
I feel like it gets in my way a little more than anything. They don't protrude too much, so but yes, they're a tweener. They're definitely good for getting pant legs dirty for someone of my height in normal ride height on this, which it does have an adjustable ride height suspension, so we can make it tall enough where you need it, but then it's like ridiculously big and you feel like you're riding around on your tiptoes. So
why is that a feature? Like,
this is very capable off-road as well. I wouldn't do it with these tires, but all-wheel drive, very powerful engine. We're also testing the Ford Bronco Raptor at the same time as this. This has about the same amount of power. So, but much better fuel economy. We'll get into that here in a little bit as well. But yeah, what are your thoughts coming from the outside, moving inside?
Ooh, 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 I love it.
Yes. Leather wrap
Very
dash.
fancy.
All the stitching, open pore wood. That's very nice. Dual color leather in here, leather wrapped glove box. So nice, right?
It is nice, nice, nice. I won't spoil it for what car we were supposed to have in case we do get it at a later date, but I was pretty excited about the car we were supposed to have. But at the last minute, it got switched, and you told me, well, I think you'll be happy with the switch. And I was like, we'll see about that. And then
You're very happy.
I'm very happy.
All right.
Yeah, it's amazing I've gotten out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me the day that we got it, I was in jury duty. I came home and you're like, just be surprised I'm not working in it right now. So yes, very comfortable interior, heated and ventilated front seats, 3-person memory on both seats here.
Yeah,
We've got
so nice.
an adjustable thigh support on both seats over here. It's all power, very
All
nice.
power, lots of options for lumbar.
We'll pause on, and I've got lumbar too. We'll pause on interior thoughts because we're about to turn on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. We are in comfort mode, so the nicest, most supple suspension.
Why?
Tucker, what are your thoughts back there? Definitely a better ride than that Bronco Raptor I mentioned just a moment ago. Again, adjustable
Smooth.
suspension. What are your thoughts?
Supple.
You just had to, right? You couldn't let me
You're the
be
one
the
who
only
brought
one.
it up.
Yep.
No, it is really smooth though. It's a smooth ride.
Which, again, I mentioned you could raise the suspension and that would make it a little firmer. You could also put it in Sport or Sport Plus, which would make it a little bit firmer, but infinitely adaptable. Very comfortable suspension here in this one. Nice, calm ride over these brick streets. But we'll go back to interior thoughts now that that's behind us, literally. Thoughts on the steering wheel?
I like the steering wheel right here where you keep your hands at 10 and 2 is a nice, soft suede
Yeah.
section, which is nice. And then of course the Mercedes steering wheels are always really cool. I like the flat bottom. So yeah, the steering wheel's really nice. There are a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. So I haven't played with it a whole lot.
And they're capacitive buttons, they're not actually buttons.
Yeah.
And you can control this from the steering wheel or the gauge cluster, two 12.3-inch
So there's a
screens.
lot of tech.
There is.
And there are a few things that you like have to get used to. I like, but you sometimes don't like the volume down here, and you have the little mouse pad right here, which I like. But I do like that you have the option of a touch screen,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so
Absolutely.
that's nice. I like
And
that
also-
this looks connected. So that's like all one big thing.
Yep.
But this is not really an air vent, right?
Nope. This is fake.
Okay, so this is one of my problems that I did come across.
Okay.
Is when it's real hot in here, and in Texas it's been real hot the past couple of weeks. It takes a minute to cool down because these just don't cut it very well.
Is it just that there's so many of them and so the air is just
No,
diluted?
I don't know what the deal is, but it takes a long time, and then that doesn't blow, and
Right.
it feels like it should. It's hard to get the air back
Yeah.
to the back. I don't know. It's a good thing that we have the cooled seats. Those work pretty well, but I was just having a really hard time up here, like
Cooling down.
getting the air to blow
Yeah.
in my direction.
But the buttons for the dual zone.
And they're little.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the things. Like, there's so many, but they're also very little.
But the buttons for the dual zone are very click friendly. I like.
You like clicky.
Yeah. Very ASMR.
Well, I like these little,
Yeah. Yeah.
like on the
All
volume.
the texture. Yeah.
I do. I like
Then we
it.
have a dedicated button here for the cameras, which I like. You can even tell it to remember this GPS location and automatically come on. You can pan around.
Why do we look so little,
I
though?
know that truck next to us looks so huge.
It looks like a toy car.
But I really like the camera system on this one. They implement it very well. And you mentioned there are multiple different ways in which to interface with this infotainment. So there's that. There are different drive modes you can do down here, ride height here. You can also do it from the steering wheel. So lots of options in how to interact with this vehicle for sure.
Yes.
Which I like options. Speaking of which, you've got your phone charging on the Qi wireless charger, but we also have USB-C, which is very nice. Open pore wood.
You said that already.
Yeah.
You
The
really like
ambient-
the wood. I do like the wood. The ambient lighting's always a hit, right?
Yeah.
You can change all the different colors. That's nice. I don't know if this is rideability, drivability,
Okay.
but I have noticed some quirks.
Okay.
One quirk is it does take it just a minute to get going.
Okay.
Do you think that? It feels like that to me.
A little bit, yes.
Especially in city driving.
A little bit, yes.
But then like once you're going,
But I've also driven in Sport and Sport Plus a little bit more than you, and we're next to a very loud car, so when the light changes, everybody on this video will know, because this car is very obnoxiously loud in a very bad way. But yes, I've been driving in Sport, which changes the throttle response and things like that. But did you know this was a hybrid?
I didn't, but I kind of hoped it was. So it is a hybrid?
Yep.
Oh, I guess there's the charge thing.
Yeah,
down there.
I noticed you already turned off the engine start-stop, and I think in your mind, probably because of that hesitation to go at the lights. Yeah, so this does have a 48-volt electrical system with it, much like the first Benz we ever got was the E-Class, same powertrain in this.
Do you think that's the reason why? Because it's a
Probably.
hybrid? Okay.
The engine is generally off when the vehicle starts off and it's using the electric motor to set you off, and then the engine turns on in the process. But being in Sport and you have turned the engine start-stop off, I'm curious how you feel this will accelerate when the light changes.
We'll see. Yeah, in Sport.
But in Sport and Sport Plus, it will also hold gears longer. This is a 9-speed transmission, so I don't know. You can fiddle with all those individually. There is an individual mode.
Yeah, that
That was a lot
is
better? Yeah. Other thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah. If they'd
I
given
mean,
us...
it's enough space for us.
Yeah.
The trunk is
Actually really
pretty
huge.
big. Yeah.
But, weird quirk for me, I'm curious as to your thoughts. Visibility out the back.
Not great.
Yeah. And then there's a weird, like, reflection on that glass back there.
Yeah.
It's a weird
I don't know
look.
that I've noticed the reflection, but it is kind of like looking out the back of a spaceship.
Or a porthole.
A porthole, yeah.
Again, where the traditional SUV might be a better option for us. So, putting a child safety seat here in the back, I really like that Mercedes makes it very easy to find these lower latch points, but they put these hard plastic covers on that you're prone to lose. So I typically keep them in the center console because we only have these vehicles for a week, but if you were to own this, good luck keeping track of those. But bringing in Tucker's forward-facing Graco Extend-to-Fit car seat, I'm gonna go ahead and feed that top tether through back to the back here, and then lower latches could not be easier to find in this one. And of course, I've got the vehicle in its highest ride height right now, so making it a little more difficult on myself to install this, but that's a great thing about having an adjustable height suspension. That goes in pretty nice and neatly, but let's see what it's like putting that top tether on the backside. All right, so coming back to the back, you open up the rear hatch, very nifty little hidden latch there. And I joked about this being in the highest ride height. You can see it's like at hip level right now, but you can actually lower the vehicle from the back, with that switch right there. It makes it a little bit easier. Mercedes puts this 3-piece parcel shelf in place here, but fold that up out of the way, and there is my top tether. I'm 5'10". That is quite a distance to reach in here and get that top tether in place. It's a long ways. That just means you get a lot of storage capacity back here. But once you get that seat in place, you're probably not going to be wanting to fiddle with it too much. This could benefit from a sliding second row of seats, just so you can do it all there from the side, just because how massive this rear cargo area really is. And yes, there is a hidden spot underneath for the temporary spare. All that is felt lined, so it'll be extra quiet. But yeah, trying to get that tightened in from way back here at the back bumper, it's a little bit of a stretch, but otherwise I give this a solid A for a child seat installation.
And one other thing I was surprised that it doesn't have.
What?
Head-up display.
Yeah, a little. All right, any other thoughts before our cameras get too warm on us on this July 4th?
Yeah. Well, I like it.
Yeah?
I like driving it.
All right.
I wish we had it for longer.
You get to pull out the window sticker. I will go ahead and say 3-liter twin scroll turbocharged inline 6, 429 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque.
Oh, you didn't say what the
18 city, 22 highway, 20 combined.
And we're getting 21.
21.2. So that's about right. Care to guess?
75.
I wish. So starting price, $89,800.
What?
As tested, $94,820. So it's nice, but you also get what you pay for.
It does not have massaging seats. It does not have head-up display. Nope, this would not be the Mercedes we're getting.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I have to bring it up because we are also testing a Ford Bronco Raptor this week. We have a 22 that is priced at $81,000. I've priced a 23, $97,000. So the Bronco costs more than this.
Not the one we're driving.
Right, but which would you rather have? This or a Ford Bronco Raptor? Knowing the shortcomings of both as you've laid them out.
Why does it have to be one of those?
Just the two most recent ones for us.
I would probably, if we had the money, if that was not an issue, and those were the only two options in the entire world, I would probably go with the Bronco, and this is why.
Okay.
This is like luxury driving, right? This is very nice. So I'm not comparing it that way, but the Bronco is like a fun recreational vehicle, right? So if I was going for a luxury car at that price point,
this is missing some stuff for you.
I would want a massaging seat and head-up display. Okay. Now, a Bronco, does not have that same requirement because that's not the kind of vehicle it's meant to be. So for me to buy a luxury vehicle at that price point, there are some key features missing that that are deal breakers. If those are the only two cars in the entire world.
Curious which I would pick?
This one. What?
For us in our life right now, I feel we would get more use out of how this vehicle was designed than we would out of the Bronco Raptor, because you wouldn't let me take it off-road as much as I would want to.
That's probably true.
And this is just all around comfortable and ventilated seats, and it's hot. So that's my reasoning there. But on that note,
Bronco's fun.
On that note, you can go check out our Bronco video. You can find Holly on Instagram and Facebook at Female Consumer. You see some behind the scenes stuff there. Find us on all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. And go to gtgaragetalk.com for all things GT Garage Talk. Things that we may or may not have been able to get in this video. But until next time, gearheads. Bye.
Bye. Look, perfect timing.
No, wait, cut off. That's why I turned around.
Oh. I didn't know why you turned around.
You got too hot.
What a bombshell. I would choose the Bronco and you would choose the luxury vehicle.
Okay. Thank you. Is everybody ready?
Everybody clap your hands. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
But before anything, I'm going to pull this out. Garage talk. Why don't you push that button down there?
Daddy. Get it closer. Hey, Daddy.
Tucker, is there a red flashing light on yours?
Yep.
Okay. What is this idiot? I'm only speeding because I have to...
Poop.
Yeah, nice.
They liked it so much they put it on their
Yes,
car.
yes.
Do we just let this guy get...
Bye-bye, Mr. I Need to Poop. We're going to get stuck at every light with him. But
Mr.
yes.
I need to
So,
poop.